Subhodayam. Welcome all to the 7th batch of certificate course on Sanatana Dharma organized by Veda Samskruti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapit. Today we'll be having the yoga session by Dr. CSR Prabhu garu. Before that, we'll start the day with Vande Mataram by Venkatnarayan garu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Suphalam, Malayaj Sitalam, Sasya Shamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhrajyotsna Pulakitayaminim, फुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదాలు వెంకటనారాయణ గారు. Now I request Shankara Narayanji to do the pradhana, please.
1 minute meditation followed by 3 times Om. 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 Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigun Havamahe Kavin Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashtunvannotibis Siddhasadanam Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinama Vitrayavatu Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha Gurureva Gatir Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroh Matirasti Guroh Mam Pahi Guroh Jnananandamayan Devam Nirmalasfatikakratim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Yoma Vadyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Asato Ma Sadgamaya तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ॐ शांति शांति शांतिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Hari Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Then, thank you very much, Shankaranarayanji, for the prarthana. Now I request Prabhu Garu to continue with the webinar, please.
All right, today we'll be doing some new exercises. After Sukshma Vyayama is already practiced, I've already shown you till the legs, toes also I showed you exercise. This is called Sthula Vyayama. It is a heavy exercise. Of course, it is relatively heavy. It is not absolutely heavy. It is relatively heavy. So the first step is what is called Sarvanga Pushti. You stretch your legs as much as you can. Then keep your hands one over the other, holding like this. Start from left side, breathing in deep, you stretch your hands back like a nagging post, and finally come to the other side and repeat from the other side. I'm starting here, breathing in. Now that is Sarvanga Pushti. If you do it once or twice or thrice, up to you. It is exhausting. All organs in the body are given exercise. Second is Utkudak. You keep your legs together. Keep your fist closed. Take a deep breath and jump. Hit the legs and just simultaneously jump, hit the legs, back, and just and breathe out. Till then you breathe in. Again. Next is Urdhvagat. Keep your hands like this at right angles. Lift to right leg and left hand. Breathe in and come down. Alternative. And next is Rekha Gati. You choose a point on the wall, like on a black point. You choose on the wall. You can see there's a black point here. And while gazing at the black point without closing the eyes, you walk without winking, without closing the eyes. You walk towards the black point, sliding the legs without lifting the legs. The black point should be at the level of your eyes. Without closing eyes, you go forward and backward. At the backward, you can close the eyes. Again, start. This is an eye exercise. And finally, we have what is known as engine down. That is how to run without going out. Normally, people go running into the outside with all pollution and get more damage than that. It's very cold outside. You may even collapse with the cold. So without going out, how to run? That is, without moving forward at the same place, you'll be running with hands like engine up, down, and then breathing synchronized and kicking the buttocks with legs simultaneously. We do it for 2 minutes, it will be 1 mile. Assuming we have finished 1 mile, go to Shavasana. Turn to the left. Come back to center. Turn to the right. Come back to center. Okay, now I will be showing you some more asanas which I have not shown till today. I've shown all the asanas mostly in the book. And now there are some asanas which are only in standing position, which I have not shown. And Surya Namaskara also I have not shown because I presume you already know it. But important point to note is that Surya Namaskara given in my book is the full version, whereas what people practice usually is the shortcut. Today I will show you some more standing positions which I have not shown till now, but they are there in the book. And they are very popular asanas, which are very common. Everybody knows them. Like, for example, Tadasana. Tadasana is you keep your legs together, then keep your hands in this position, lift up your body, breathing in and breathing out, come down. This is a very good stretch. All people do it. Then we have the Trikonasana, which is stretching the legs to the maximum extent and then touching the legs while bending forward and breathing out and breathing in. Come. Then alternative asana. That is Trikonasana. Then we have the Vimanasana. In this Trikonasana, you keep your legs together, keep your legs together after Trikonasana. Stretch your hands, bend forward, lift your one leg like a Viman, breathing out. Then come back. Of course, there are many advanced asanas where you lift your leg as much as you can, hold it with your hand. There are many more advanced asanas in the book, which I am not showing today. We will do it in the advanced course. Now go to Shavasana once again. Turn to the left. Center. Turn to the right. Come to center. Feel the breathing going in and coming out and spreading to various parts of the body. Okay, come back to normal position of Sukhasana or Padmasana or Vajrasana. We'll be now doing something theoretical. We have finished today's class in terms of new asanas. So I have covered in my total course till now Sukshma Vyayama asanas. And one day I have also covered the Gajakarni, I think. Am I right or I have not covered? Shiti Babu?
Gajakarni was not done.
Oh, okay. Previous batch it was not in this batch.
Yeah.
If I have some more classes, do I have any more classes?
I think you have.
Okay, we will do Gajakarni at that time.
Yeah.
And if possible, Chalaneti also, and then Shankha Praksharana asanas. We'll plan on some, but this weather is not suitable for Shankha Praksharana or Jalani. Gajakarni can be done, be very beneficial in this weather. Delhi is very cold, right?
Yeah, it's very cold. It's 9 degrees now.
Okay. Okay, how much time we have?
It is 7:10.
Okay.
So,
We have a lot of time.
yeah.
Okay, friends, we will cover the theoretical aspects as per the syllabus. We have sent you the notes. I hope you are all reading those notes. So today I will cover some deeper aspects of yoga as a subject. We have the different schools of yoga in terms of the Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Mantra Yoga, Laya Yoga, Ghatha Yoga. Then, of course, we have Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. So, the yoga as a subject has been dealt in the Vedas, in the Upanishads. All this has been covered in the notes. In the examination of yoga theory, the notes will be the basis. Only the course 1, not course 2. Course 2 is meant for advanced course. Course 1 will be the basis for the theoretical examination on yoga. For practical examination, I will be asking you to show some of the asanas and some of the pranayamas and some of the sukshmayama exercises. Now, the word Hatha Yoga refers to Ha and Ta. Ha refers to left side, Ta refers to the right side. That is the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, which are represented by the Ida and Pingala nadis. So the nadi system, as per the yoga, starting from the navel, there are 72,000 nadis spread throughout the body. So these 72,000 nadis are the prana vahikas. They are not nerves. Nervous system is physical, whereas the pranic body comprising of 72,000 nadis is non-physical. It is aura. It is prana body. It is used in pranic healing and Reiki also, in addition to yoga. So, Sarecha Purairanilasya Kumbhai Sarvasu Nadishu Vishodhitasu Anahataadam Bruhal Vedi Svatma Vagamya Swayameva Bodha. This is a quotation from Yoga Taravali by Adi Shankaracharya that says that by the pranayama practices, that is Rechaka, Puraka, and Kumbhaka, Sarecha Purair Anilasya Kumbhai Sarvasu Nadisu Vishodhitasu, all the 72,000 nadis will be purified by pranayama procedures. And these 72,000 nadis are like a big railway network, are having junctions. So there are many junctions, but there are major junctions. In India, we have some of the major junctions. So like that, in railway network, we have major junctions. Most major junctions in the human body of the nadis are called the chakras, the shak chakras, the 6 chakras. So we have the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Visuddha, Ajna, and Sahasra. So you know the locations. Mooladhara is at the Mooladhara, that is the rectum area. That is where the asana siddhi, you are able to sit for a long time. Mooladhara chakra is strengthened and purified. Strengthening, purification first and then strengthening. Then if Mooladhara is strong, then you are able to sit for a long time. Then we have Swadhisthana, which is the reproductive organs area. And then we have the Manipuraka, which is next above. Then we have the Anahata, which is the chest area. And Vishuddha, Ajna, and Sahasra. So the Kundalini, which is the focused, coherent, and what do you call, strongly compacted or strongly powered prana itself. Kundalini is prana. It's like laser of a light. Light is there scattered, but laser is focused high energy beam. So the prana in the body, when it is focused and high energy, highly energized and activated, that is Kundalini Shakti, it passes through all the 6 chakras. And when it reaches the Sahasrara chakra, you will be experiencing cosmic consciousness. You will become God. You're already God, but you realize that. So in this sloka which I quoted, Sare chapurairanillasya kumbhai sarvasu nadisu vishodhitasu anahatadamburuhadudeti svatmavagamya swayameva bodha. If the anahata chakra is opened up, then svatmavagamya swayameva bodha. Self-realization will be achieved, dawning. So this is a whole process of Kundalini awakening, Chakra Bhedanam and Samadhi, of reaching superconscious state. All the great yogis have reached it. All this is called Hatha Yoga and also Raja Yoga. They are both closely connected. There is a text called Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which shows all the asanas, explains their benefits. It also explains the kriyas, cleaning stomach, cleaning intestines, cleaning nose, cleaning eyes. And then how those finally go into the level of pranayama. And then pranayama is a very, very critical juncture between the physical yoga, the yogasanas, and one hand, and the spiritual level of dharana, dhyana, samadhi, which is at the higher level. They are called antarangas, internal organs. And the others are bahirangas, physical external organs. So yoga is very popular in terms of the asanas, which are the bahirangas. And Sukshma Vyayama is an independent system developed by Kartikeya Maharshi, which can be done by anyone and everyone in the standing position, and it will produce perfect health, strength, and energy. Asanas act on the endocrine glands, the chakras. The pranayama will take you to higher levels of yoga, from physical to the spiritual. So, the samadhi state, which is achieved through pranayama, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. The four antarangas, higher angas, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhaya, ashtanga yoga. So this has been explained not only in the Yajurveda as a root yuj, yunjate manauta yunjate dhiyo vipra viprasya brihataha vipaschitaha vihotravahe vayunavadeka inmahi devasya savitu parishtuti. Starting from there in the Yoga Upanishads, 20 Yoga Upanishads, in the Bhagavad Gita itself, in the 6th chapter, in the 4th chapter. That is why Bhagavad Gita is known as Yoga Shastra. And we have the yoga subject covered in many other texts. Hatha Yoga Pradipika of 10th century, Swatma Rama Yogendra. Then we have Shiva Samhita, Gheranda Samhita. We have Hataratnavadi by Gorakhnath, Goraksha Samhita by Gorakhnath. Gorakhnath is the founder of the Gorakh Peeth, which is now headed by our Adityanath, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, whose previous guru and previous and so on up to Gorakhnath. Gorakhnath is the one of the Nath Guru Sampradaya. Adinath is Shiva himself, and many Naths are there, and Gorakhnath is in that lineage. Before him, his guru was Matsyendranath. So we have Matsyendrasana, Ardha Matsyendrasana, designed by him. Gorakshasana is also there. So these people are the great yogis who established the Natha Sampradaya. 11 Navanathas are there, 9 Nathas in lineage. So Gorakhnath, Peetha was in Gorakhpur, but his Samadhi is in Ujjain, Avantika. I went there a couple of years back. You can also go and see in a cave. He performed tapasya. Bhartrhari was also there in that cave, and Lord Vishnu appeared to Bhartrhari and Gorakhnath also, I think, in the tapasya state. The spot where Lord Vishnu appeared is preserved inside the cave. You can go and see Bhartrhari cave in Ujjain, Avantika. So yogis are central to Indian culture and Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma. And so the Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga are explained already by me many times. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, the entire Raja Yoga system was covered. Ashtanga Yoga. I gave one lecture one day, if you recall. You can see all my lectures in VSS, or you can see in YouTube in general by typing my name, CSR Prabhu, CSR space Prabhu, Prabhu. You will get all my lectures, including this, the Yoga Taravadi, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Yoga Tattva Upanishad, Yoga Kundalini Upanishad, various Yoga Upanishads, Mahavakya, and so on. So now coming to the other aspects of yoga, that is, the word yoga simply means joining. It can mean joining of the body parts with the breathing, which is what an exercise is all about. or in the asanas, it can mean joining the breathing with the mind, controlling the mind through breath. That is what is called meditation technique. In yoga, we have ajapa technique, we have Om meditation, we have Vipassana meditation by Buddha himself, and then we have the Soham meditation. I have taught you Soham and Om meditations in this course. That's all enough. The ultimate goal is to achieve samadhi, absorption. When you are absorbed into yourself, self in the self, within the self, by the self. Atmanyeva atmanatishta. So that is atmastha yoga. That is when you are established in yourself, that is called yoga. So now the question arises, how many selves are there? Of course, each one of us is a self by itself. Multiple selves are there. But the material with which all these multiple selves are made is only one. That is pure self. And that is consciousness. That is infinite and eternal. So if you realize your true nature, which is not the individual self, but it is the cosmic self. You are the self of all. Ahamatma gudagesha. Sarva bhutashaya sthitaha. Then you are God. That's what God, Lord Krishna declared. Aham Atma Gudakesha. Sarva Bhutashaya Sthitaha. Ahamadincha Madhyancha Bhutanam Antayevacha. So that pure self, which is universal self and which is super consciousness, cosmic consciousness, one single, infinite, eternal, all-pervading truth. You are established, if you are not wavering but established in it, then you are in the state of liberation, moksha. The moment you get caught into individual self, and not even the individual self, if you are established in the pure self, you are fine. But the moment you get distracted or start identifying yourself with the body, with the mind, with the thoughts, with the dreams, with the imaginations, with all kinds of forms and shapes and names, you falsely identify yourself with all these things, then you are caught up in a quandrum of this kind of sludge of ahankara, mamakara, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, and matsya. So the whole samsara opens up. You are caught up in the conundrum, quagmire of samsara. Dal, in Hindi will say. Hala, it's a poisonous conundrum, dal of samsara. Samsara, hala, moha. So you are in bandha. You will be suffering all kinds of effects, starting from birth and death. Actually, for the pure self, the total self, there is no birth, there is no death. That which is born has to die. That which is never born will never die. Body is born, body has to die. Different bodies, different roles, different identities. Like you joined a job, you have to quit the job. You entered into a train, you sit there, you have to quit and go away, go down the train. So every role and responsibility, you have to start and you have to end. But who are you? You are not that role. You are driving a car, let us say. Then who are you? You are a driver. As far as the traffic police is concerned, you are a driver. Nothing more. You may be anybody, doesn't matter. But you are a driver. So he'll ask you driving license. The moment you come out of the car, you are not a driver. In the same way, these roles and responsibilities are temporary in their existence. You see, like you're waiting on the road for a auto or something, and at last you got one with great difficulty, and that too shared auto. So you got in there, and one by one is getting down. If you don't get down, the auto driver will ask you, where do you want to get down? You have to get down. You can't go on sitting there permanently. So in this life also, you got into a particular role, a particular job, particular designation, function, responsibility. You have to discharge it and get out. You should be happy to get out. So one should be happy to get out of each one of these temporary roles which are causing their own effects. They will make you feel miserable. They will make you feel so many things. It's all temporary. So yoga is a technique of stopping, controlling your mind and disconnecting or dissecting and cutting down, removing the bonding with various mental roles and identities which are temporarily, like in a dream. You get a dream, then something is happening, you did this, you had this, you had to go away somewhere, but the moment you open your eyes, there's nothing, everything is gone. It is all a fake. That is Maya. So self-realization is the ultimate goal, and that you can achieve through Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, which is same as Hatha Yoga, the advanced part. Also through other yogas, Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga. We'll touch upon these things. In Bhakti Yoga, this pure self, which is infinite, eternal, cosmic, universal consciousness, is given a separate identity that by name God, Ishvara, or Bhagavan, the Lord. So you are different and it is different. You start with that premise, and that is, but you have the bhakti, dedication. You give up everything else. He tells in the Bhagavad Gita, Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyastya matparaha. Those who give up all their activities unto me, and they're logged in, they're connected, tied up with me. Ananyeneva yogena mam dhyayanta. They meditate on me, get absorbed in me without distraction into anything else. And they will be elevated and liberated. Teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. Bhavami na chirat partha mai avesita chetasa. Mayeva maradhatsva. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Nivasishyasi mayeva ataurdhvam na samshaya. You live in me if you get absorbed in. You become me, I and yourself. Prabhuji, tu Chandan, my Panu. Both are merged. That is Bhakti Yoga. And the greatest Bhakta is a Jnani. There are 4 types of Bhaktas. Chaturvidha bhajante mam. Arto jijnasur adharthi. Artha, a person who is in desperation. Oh God, save me. You God, give me this, give me that. Second is Jijnasu, who is inquisitive, curious to understand the Godhead. Third category is Ardharthi. He wants business with God. I'll give you one coconut and you give me this. I'll give you 1 lakh rupees donation. You give me this. So Ardharthi, or he wants particular thing to be given to him. Then finally is Jnani, who is the last. The Jnani is the greatest. Tesham Jnani Nitya Yuktaha. He is always connected and therefore he is God himself. So you become God, you by merging into God. Brahmavid Brahmaeva Bhavati. He who understands God, Brahman, becomes God. So that is Jnana Sthiti, Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga's approach is right the opposite of Bhakti Yoga. It says there is no separate, there is nothing except God. Jivo Brahmaiva. The Jiva individual is none other than Brahman or God himself. And what about this world, Jagan Mithya? It is like a dream. It appears true in its own time, but the moment you wake up, it becomes untrue. Brahma Satyam, then what is real? God is real, Brahman is real. Then what about this Jiva individual? He is is not separately there, he is Brahman himself. That means Brahma alone exists. Ekameva Advitiyam Brahma Neha Narasti Kinchana Mahavakyas. Upanishads have declared Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma and Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Ayamatma Brahma Tattvamasi Aham Brahmas. So these are the Mahavakyas, and I have given lectures on Mahavakya Upanishads, on the Shukarahasya Upanishad, where Mahavakyas were given as instructions to Shuka Maharshi by Shiva himself. So Jnana Yoga is Vedanta. I have also dealt extensively in the Vedanta Jnana Yoga parlance. You can see my videos in YouTube. Just type my name CSR Prabhu and you'll get various Jnana Yoga texts. So now we'll jump into Jnana Yoga, and the basic fundamental text of Jnana Yoga, the Upanishads. That is why they are called Jnana Kanda of the Vedas. The Upanishads are summarized in a scholastic, formal, structured, systematic manner in the Brahma Sutras. The Upanishads are summarized in a popular, easily understandable and simplified manner in the Bhagavad Gita, both by Vyasa himself and the Upanishads themselves, which are the core source of Vedanta Jnana, Brahma Jnana, Brahma Vidya it is called. So Brahma Vidya is core content of the Shruti Upanishads. And the principal Upanishads are very famous. Isha Kena Katha Mundaka Mandukya Itreda Idriya Braharanika Shweta. So Adi Shankaracharya wrote commentaries to these principal 10 Upanishads, or even 11. And similarly, other Acharyas also wrote in their own way. Therefore, we have multiple Siddhantas from the same source. The Prasthana Trayi, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, and Bhagavad Gita. These are the fundamental, foundational sources of text of Brahma Vidya, on which the Acharyas, starting with Adi Shankaracharya, way back in 500 BC, who gave the interpretation of Mayavada, Advaita Siddhanta, and defeated Buddhists and Jains in a big way. Later, much later, 1500 years later, Ramanujacharya came out with the Visishta Advaita, qualified Advaita, where the Brahman is not just impersonal alone, but is personal, personification of Brahman is Narayana, Vishnu. So the personification, the Lord as a person, Bhakti Yoga is all emphasized in the Visishtha and later in Dvaita also. In Dvaita, the three types of mukti, Salokya, Saropya and Sayujya, which is again coming back to oneness. Advaita, in a way. So the Vedanta Jnana, Brahma Jnana, Brahma Vidya, and the Jnana, Jnana Yoga is all there. It's all one and the same. You call it Vedanta, you call it Jnana Yoga, you call it Brahma Vidya. It's all the same. So the interesting point is that the realization of Brahma Jnana or Brahman or Brahma Vidya is achieved through yoga. So great yogis, the greatest of yogis is Lord Krishna himself, Mahayogeshwaro Hari. And then we have many other yogis who have experienced the nature of the pure self as oneself in the samadhi state, and they have declared it. And lo and behold, today is the birthday of one of the greatest such yogis. Who is that? Can anybody tell? Hello?
Yeah.
Today, whose birthday is it?
Datta Jayanti, sir. Datta Jayanti.
Correct. So Dattatreya is the one of the greatest yogis ever existing. So Datta Atreya, he was born to Atri and Anasuya, and he was manifestation of all the three Murtis, Shiva, Vishnu and Brahma, all three combined together, the powers are born in the form of Dattatreya to Atri and Anasuya. You know the story. So he was a liberated soul by birth. And Dattatreya has been the guru of various great personalities, including Parashurama himself. And he lived in the area of Maharashtra, Sholapur area, Kartavirya Arjuna and Parashurama and Dattatreya. Also in Gujarat, Girnar mountains, in the caves. I went there to all these places. They are wonderful places, extraordinary places. Girnar mountains, caves in Gujarat, where Dattatreya has been identified to have lived. And so also in the Maharashtra area of mountains of Vindhyas. And so there are many, many legends and many, many stories of the original Dattatreya, who is the guru of all yogis even today. In Kumbh Mela, if you go, you'll see Dattatreya is being glorified as the original guru. Of course, he belonged to a period later to Dakshinamurti, who is much earlier, Kruta Yuga. And so Dattatreya is supposed to have taken avatars in the modern times, in the recent times, in various spots in Andhra and Maharashtra and Karnataka. So those avatars, today in all those Datta Kshetras, there will be a very big festival and millions of people will throng. Normally I go there, but today I have not gone. So my name, you all might have wondered, why is my name Prabhu? If anybody wondered that, today I'll explain. I was born with the blessings of Manikya Prabhu, who is one of the, I think he was the third avatar of Dattatreya in the modern times. The others being Sripada Vallabha and Nrsimha Bharati, and of course later to him were Swami Samarth, and some people have added Sai Baba also into the avatars list of Dattatreya in modern times. That is a belief of many of the devotees of Sai Baba, millions of them. Though he was a Muslim and he became a great yogi and guru, but Manik Prabhu and others were Brahmins. Like, in fact, Manik Prabhu was from Karnataka area. His name Prabhu comes from his Brahmin birth. And then we also have the Sripada Vallabha, who was born in Kakinada. And in Kuruvapuram he lived. I went there, all the places. And Nrsimha Bharati lived in Gangapur. I went there. So all these great yogis, like coming back to Manikya Prabhu, there is a mantra of Manikya Prabhu, which is a very wonderful mantra. Bhakta Karya Kalpadruma Guru Sarvabhauma Srimad Rajadhiraj Yogi Maharaj Tribhuvanananda Advaita Abheda Nirguna Niranjana Nirvikalpa Niralamba Paripurna Sadodita Sakala Matastapita Satguru Manikya Prabhu Maharaj Ki Jaya Ho. Sakala Mata Vijaya Ho. This is a unique philosophy called Sakala Mata philosophy. That means he claimed that all religions, I mean, in his time, which is around the first war of independence time, in fact,
You got muted, Prabhu Garu.
yeah. So in 1857, first war of independence, Manikya Prabhu supported in a big way. In fact, he gave a lot of lathis to a lot of people who went from Karnataka to North India, and those lathis, some of them are still there in the Manikya Prabhu Samsthan at Humnabad. Humnabad in Karnataka, which is near Bidar. Normally, I go there every year there. Today, I have not gone. Heavy crowds will be there. So he left his body at Humnabad Samadhi while he was alive. He entered the Jiva Samadhi and the Samadhi is closed. So Jnaneshwar also did that. So people thronged there, and my mother also went before I was born, and she performed tapasya on the mantra of Manikya Prabhu, and I was born successfully. Otherwise, I would have not been born at all. So the Sakalamata Siddhanta says that the same Brahman is being explained as Shiva in Shaivism, and as Vishnu in Vaishnavism, and as Shakti in Shaktism, and also as Allah in Islam, as God in Christianity, and so on. So there is only one truth which is being interpreted in many ways. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. So that is about Manikya Prabhu. Then I'll finally touch upon some of the statements of Dattatreya in the profound declarations in the Avadhuta Gita, which I covered in a separate lecture. You can see in YouTube lectures, or if possible, I'll cover one more lecture for you. But you can see my name in YouTube, you'll get Avadhuta Gita. So I'll just quote some important statements. First, he starts with a statement, Ishvara anugraha deva pumsam advaita vasana mahadbhaya paritranad vipranam upajayate. Only by Ishvara anugraha you will get even the instinct of Advaita. Otherwise, you will not get. And for what purpose? Mahad Bhaya Paritranat, that is to be able to transcend the greatest fear, that is fear of death. For Vipras, it will be arising that Advaita's jnana. Yenedam puritam visvamatmanyeva atmanatmanim nirakaram katham vande abhinnam sivam avyayam. So normally in all books, people say, I do namaskaram to Ganapati, I do namaskaram to Saraswati, I do namaskaram, like that. But here he says, there is only one. Yenedam puritam visvam atmanyeva atmana atmani. In the self, by the self, of the self. Nirakaram katham vande. How can I do namaskaram to it? Abhinnam shivam avyayam. Panchabhutatmakam visvam marichi jalasannibham. Kasyapyaho namaskuryam. Ahameko niranjana. This universe is a myth. It is a maya. It doesn't exist. So I alone exist. So how can I do namaskaram to whom? Kasyapyaho namaskuryam. Ahameko niranjana. Vedanta sara sarvasvam jnanam vijnanam evacha. Ayam atma nirakara sarvavyapi svabhavataha. So this self-knowledge, which he taught to Alarka, is explained in the Avadhuta Gita. And please listen to my lecture on it in the YouTube. And this is the highest state of knowledge of Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. So Dattatreya is Mahajnani Yogi who had the four Vedas represented as four dogs surrounding him. That means he had full control and transcendence over the Vedas themselves. And he has three different powers within himself, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. And you can do Upasana of Dattatreya directly or through his avatars as claimed. And you can get the results and benefits of the Advaita Jnana, self-realization, through Avadhuta Gita. So I'll stop here and we can go for questions or prarthana as you like as time.
Okay, thank you. The floor is open for questions. If any has, you can ask the questions. Raise your hand and ask the questions. It'll be easier.
Yes.
Yeah, Murtigar.
Sir, actually, I have I missed one of these Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, and what to make
Brahma Sutra,
prasad.
Brahma Sutras.
Brahma Sutras. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? If not, we go for prarthana.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Radha Kumar.
Sir, you were explaining meaning of Hatha Yoga. Can you repeat that, please?
No, Ha and Ta stand for Ida Pingala.
Ha stands for Ida.
Yeah, Ida and Pingala are left and right, sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. Both are to be balanced. Getting them balanced is pranayama. Through pranayama, that is Hatha Yoga.
So they respectively stand for Ida and Pingla. Hatha.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So we'll close with one Om meditation. Just do 1 minute or 2 minutes of Om. They're all going to deep Om.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu Garu, for the session. Now I request Shankari Narayananji to do the pradhana, please.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः को ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षन्तु पर्जन्यः पृथ्वी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्रा पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu Swasti. Dhanyavadalu Shankar Narayananji for the pradhana. Now we all rise for the national anthem. Venkat Narayan Garu, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद.
Thank you very much, Venkat Narayan Garu. Now, still, Prabhu Garu is there. If anyone has any questions, you can ask now. Otherwise, okay, I think there are no more questions, Prabhu Garu.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the session. Okay. Now, regarding this organization, if you have any questions, you can ask the conducting of the classes or any other issue, because in recent times we have not talked. We have still 1 or 2 minutes. In case anyone has any question, you can ask.
So may we know on what date we or by when we will be having final exam?
Yeah, see, in the WhatsApp group, there's a description. If you can click that, there is a training program. So we are following the training program, and according to that, it will be around January 20th or 22nd, we'll be having the final exam. So
Oh,
I'm not sure about the date, but that is around that time it will be the final exam. Before that, we'll be having one more practice exam.
okay.
So those dates, all schedules are given in the training program. So all of you can kindly go through that, and I'm exactly following the same calendar. Any changes will be mentioned over there only. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much. Anything else anyone wants to know?
Sir,
Yeah, Mallikarjuna garu cheppandi.
sir, is there any separate exam for yoga, sir?
Yeah, see, what will happen is then in the final exam, you
Sir,
will be having a practical exam in yoga. So one is the theoretical exam, and before the theory, we'll be having the practical exam of yoga on the same day.
okay. There's
So
separate paper for yoga, separate
no, no.
paper for
See, when it is practical, it is practical. There'll not be anything writing. Okay.
sir.
So
Okay,
whatever just now Prabhu Garu has already also said that you will be having a practical exam. So you
okay,
have to do the exercise which is being asked. So
okay,
there is nothing to write.
sir.
So it will be a spontaneous on the spot exam.
In the theory, all
Whatever is,
the remaining
yes,
subjects and yoga will
everything,
be
the entire subject right from starting to the end will be covered in the final exam.
final exam.
And
Thank you,
it
sir.
will be on the same pattern as you are doing the practice exam. In the same pattern.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
right. Anything else anyone wants to know? Okay. Please attend the classes and then take down the notes and keep following it through the notes that is one of the manual is there, one notes is there for yoga. So these are the texts and your own notes. This will be very helpful for you to uh, prepare for the exam. Right. Babu garu, you want to say something?
Oh, thank you very much. A very good session being conducted. What I want to say, where a lot of scope for improvement is that pradhana, where a lot of people are non-starters. Pradhana is the first thing to learn in our course. So still people they have not started it. I'm I'm little surprised. Other courses before this, in fact, for 75-80% people, they have given their performance. Pradhana, they did pradhana in the class. I mean, unmuted. But this course, I don't know why there is a hesitation. Why you can't do pradhana to God, whatever. So I request all of you to record your voice and send it for correction, and after that take a chance to chant it in the class. So this is the message I want to give. Thank you.
Okay, so everyone also note that we'll be having one exam, one special day, either a Saturday or Sunday or some other convenient day. We'll be having, it's not on a weekday, it will be a special day, wherein we will ask people, the participants, to recite the pradhana. So you may be hesitant to do the pradhana on uh, on a daily basis, but then on that day, everyone has to be ready to do the pradhana. And because it will be individual pradhana, so it will be a test like. So you have to be ready with it and do it. And a few of you who have already sent your audio recordings to Venkat Narayan Garu, and some of you have sent it to me also directly. Try to correct yourself and do the pradhana. Learn how to do the pradhana, and then it is one is doing the pradhana on the screen as the class starts. But the other one is that you have to do the pradhana for your own sake and learn the pradhana, how to do it on a daily basis. So it is for you to learn this pradhana and then enjoy it. It's not for any other purpose, for your own enjoyment, your own satisfaction and peace of mind. Pradhana is meant for that only, nothing else. So peace of mind is required for everyone. Happiness is required for everyone. And this pradhana will definitely help you a lot. That's the reason it is structured in such a way that it helps you in your daily life. So please take it seriously. It is not meant for Veda Samskruti Samiti to know whether you have learned it or not. Of course, we are insisting, like any other subject, this is also to be learned. So kindly understand this and prepare, because this will be a surprise test. When we are going to hold it is depending on the time availability and availability of Babu Garu to conduct the exam. So we are already finished almost 2.5 months, almost. So it's very short time before you really think the time will be over.
We will also, Babu Garu, we will also go through the meanings of each sloka.
Yeah.
So, but that is also given to you. You please, when you are reciting Prarthana, chanting Prarthana, you remember the meaning of that also.
Right. So first is to learn the pronunciation properly, and then you get into the meaning. Both when you do it, then you will really enjoy doing the pradhana. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, Babu Garu. And I close the day. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Thank you, Anandal. See you tomorrow.